Yaman's pain our pain. Yusuf's pain our pain. The whole fandom is crying right now. What a desolation. These scenes represent the endless sadness we experience these days. How did mourning go? Mention, like Slay's departure from Amanat. We have farewells. Some goodbyes don't last forever. It just means, I will miss you until I meet you again. I would like to thank everyone who supported Halil at the awards ceremony. We were all aware of Slay's situation and Halil respected all the fans, the district and his partner Slay. It wouldn't be good if the awards were returned to their owners after all the hard work. Thank you Mr. Halil, God bless you for being a strong man. And his words. I would like my dear partner Slay, for whom I deserve this award, with me, but she is not here. And he continued, I would like to thank him for this award, and offer my respects. We were extremely happy that Halil attended the award ceremony and received the award on behalf of both. We are also very sad that Zaire could not attend the award ceremony despite the fact that Halil and Slay worked together and only won this award with their joint efforts. Khalil is a true gentleman and deserves all the respect and love from his fans. He wasn't happy with the awards and it was obvious on his face. He's probably under a lot of stress right now. His future with this show is unknown, his future is uncertain. Her relationship with Slay and the production company is very sensitive now and she probably can't take sides and she needs to keep quiet. She is attacked by Slay's fans because they think she should say something to support her, but they are unaware she is still under contract and has to do this job to support herself and her family needs. Anyone can make mistakes, but a large corporation with many lawyers and experts does not do such a thing by accident. So the timing was intentional as it was. Yes, I hope there is still a solution. But most of all, I wish that Slay and Halil remain friends and continue to be very successful in their careers. While there is sadness for the fans, I think it's time for Slay and Halil to leave the series. This writer doesn't deserve brilliant actors like them. Besides being a terrible writer, he has an evil spirit. This is the third time we see Zaire and Yaman trying to fix this scenario together in a small, simple house. Yaman can't take his eyes off Zaire and Zaire is nervous and makes excuses to run away from him. For the first time when they had to live with Yusuf in a small house outside the mansion due to social services. When they stayed at that old woman's house for the second time, Yaman's neighbor from childhood, now for the third time after the divorce. Negotiation is the best tactic because fighting never gives you anything. Trust sequences need them all together makes the workspace good for everyone. Sila Halil, they look great together. Their chemistry in acting is on another level, so stop being childish and get the solution to this issue. We fans can't stand it. Please think of us. Is the author aware of public dissatisfaction? Did the viewer's opinion make you think that this series has taken it to a bottomless pit? Author and products should be cancelled. Slay may have understood that this production house will continue to deliberately slander her, so she may have left this series unfinished. How can you work in such an environment and scenario where you are not always given a good plot? The continuation of all the repeated mornings that Yaman left behind. That's how the whole novel was. They need to give a big twist to this boring, unfunny script. There is so much to deal with and nothing new is happening here. I am not excited to see them together anymore. The best thing I want to say to the Amanat production team is please don't kill the character of Zaire and replace it when Slay is gone. This way at least there will be a continuity in the story of Yusuf's legacy. She didn't even go a day and they started dating. They would have divorced 30 caps ago. Maybe they would start building their house now and Zaire was pregnant because at that rate it seems like we will have grandchildren first. That Zaire never knew how to do this to babies. I have seen and heard a lot of stupidity in this life, but this scenario is beyond the grasp of the human mind. Thus, Zaire, a young woman who doesn't even know what kind of world she lives in, who doesn't know who is her enemy or who is her friend, who has no memory, will live alone in the conditions of her brother. And she has no financial income. Help me understand Ms. Nazmi. Zaire cannot accept Yaman as her husband and cannot live in the same house with him, and this is due to Zuhal's masquerade balls, but she accepts financial support. And you still dare to look for the guilty for the low rating. I can send you a mirror, and also I will give you a hint. If you look at it you will find the criminal. For God's sake, don't make these people work so hard a day and not a third season, please. The trust has just turned into a pity joke. All this makes me sad and nothing is the same, say Yam forever. By the way, how beautiful it was when Halil and Manat received the Best Couple award. One of them had to do it, but obviously Sla was not allowed to. With Sla and they are criticizing her for this, because of the channel. I would like to think that she is not angry with Sla and they certainly didn't force her to remove her from their social networks since her contract. He goes on and so to speak, belongs to Caramel Production, the place where Sla was fired. He even mentioned her in his speech and said that he would like to host her with her, but he was cut off. He knew that maybe he didn't need to mention it. But he knew he didn't have all the credit for him. I thought it was very human from his point of view and it's called professionalism, humility and respect. I think Yaman should learn something from his relationship with Zaire. He didn't let her kiss and touch him for months when he was married. I hope he doesn't think he'll let her now when he's divorced, confused and suffering from memory loss. Poor Yaman, he and happiness do not pass in one sentence. I guess we will never see Zaire's, Sla, return to the mansion where the doctor came from and where they became friends and believed that being alone was not her thing. To 100% admit his love for Yaman, where he regained his memory. If he did, they remarried. Zuhal disappeared. If they destroy it, well, I hope I'm wrong. Let's think how nice it would be if Nazmiye doesn't go crazy with a few beautiful scenes. Now, what's worse, what else are Zuhal and especially Aziz looking for there? Since Sla has left, we know for sure that they will not be together again, but now your attempts to trick us into being together. Let's watch the series, they seem like it. I always think about the day Sla will stop appearing and I can't even imagine it. You make me think. I was thinking how long this couple has been happy throughout the series, and they only count after marriage. In the 126th episode, I think, due to the invention of the Zuhal Yaman file, he discovers the truth in 154 and reconciles more or less in 168. We continue in the 200th or 203rd episode because they broke up because Yaman told Zaire that Zaire was her brother's murderer. They make peace in episode 332. Asia later in episode 269 they deal with the cheating of Yaman's mother and they make Yaman crazy with Rifkat's jealousy, and they reconcile in episode 319. And he lost his memory. Until episode 386 and they never reconciled. If I had done this count earlier, I would have imagined that the scenario was masochistic. He liked pain more, what he thought about happiness.